New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together. And hello again, dear ones. Dr. Robert with you here on a Saturday evening. It's 8:15 on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it is time for our evening prayer. So grateful that you're with us. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing here on the New Thought Media Network. Feel free to give a shout out. Let us know you're out there. Say your name, any of those things. Feel free to connect. Share a shout out in the chat box if you like. Or just join us in prayer. It's Saturday night. My name's Dr. Robert, and we always like to remind everybody that when we're talking about prayer here at New Thought Media Network, we're not talking about begging and beseeching. We're not getting down on bended knee and saying, oh, please, 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 please bless me, and the heck with all those other people and all that stuff. This is an affirmation of truth. We are affirming the truth as we know it. And sometimes that does, I will say it leads to a revelation of truth. So if that happens, go with it. And, sometimes I speak in the first person, sometimes I speak in the third person, sometimes Spirit speaks through me, and sometimes I speak through Spirit. It's all good and it's all right. Nothing broken, nothing absent in any of it. Hello, Blair Shaybird. Moving through grief with grace. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely know that for you, dear one. Lift that up high in the prayer tonight. That's how it works, folks. There's a few ways to get with us in prayer. Shout it out in the chat box, and if I see it before I close my eyes, I'll absolutely include it in tonight's prayer blessing. You're also welcome to send us an email or drop over to the website, ntmedia.org/prayer. On the prayer page, there's a form you can fill out, and you can submit your prayer request there, and it goes to all of our prayer practitioners immediately, right away. Boom, out it goes to everybody. No delay, no waiting. If you'd like to work with or talk to one of our prayer practitioners in a one-on-one private session, you're welcome to make that request there on that form as well. Just send an email, let us know who you want to talk with, and we'll get them in connection with you. And of course, as I was saying, drop it in the chat box here if you want before I get started. So it is a Saturday. It's halfway through the weekend, and that leads us to tomorrow, which is always a big day around New Thought Media Network with all the programming we have on Sundays. Lots of opportunities to get yourself filled up with Sunday services, and throughout the afternoon our Just the Talk series. And if not here, hey, get it somewhere. There's a lot of people out there on Sundays sharing broadcasts and sharing their services and sharing talks and every other thing. And I encourage you to consume the data and surround yourself in the love and the light that is the New Thought message on Sundays. There's just so much out there. Watch live or watch later. Either way. All right, I'm going to get into it. I want to get into some prayers, and I'll be completely transparent. My family's in the middle of game night, and I had to dip out of game night to take care of prayers here this evening. So if this is a little short, or if we cut it short a little, or if we end a little early tonight, I trust you'll forgive me, because it's game night, and and they're waiting for me to get back. So, but it doesn't mean that we don't stop for prayer. And even in the middle of game night, it's okay to stop and celebrate our oneness. So that's what we're going to do. Join me in that. If you're in a safe space to close your eyes, I invite you to please do so. Begin by taking that holy breath, letting yourself sink into the moment, sink into this experience, with no concern for what came before this or what comes after this. We come to this divine moment so we may come to recognize the oneness of life, that one self-existent cause that is forever taking on form and abandoning that form and taking on new form. One source, one supply of love and light and beauty, health and wealth and well-being, abundance, prosperity, and even the grief and even the grace. In the midst of it all, there is this oneness revealing itself as the all, as every emotion, as every experience, as every whim of our lives, every belief, every idea. It's all God. It's all moving and having its way to bring itself into creation, to bring itself into form through and as our lives, through and as the lives of those around us. So we speak this word specifically for Shay this moment. In this evening, we speak this word and claim for her a deeper sense of, yes, traversing the grief with grace, not in spite of or just because of, not that anything wrong here. It is a natural application of who we are, a natural experience of who we are, to move through our grief with a deeper understanding that too brings us to a deeper understanding, that the grief brings us to a greater understanding of how it is we get to show up in the world, how we get to walk this thing called life. So I claim for Shay that experience of doing so with grace, with a deep knowing that as she treads, with every footstep she takes, with every movement she makes, she does so as the hands and the heart of the divine, that she is bringing the divine into form in a greater way. And I know that same truth is happening for each and every one of us. And in our own way, in some way, we each are bringing the divine into the human form, bringing this divine image, this divine idea, divine desire into form, into the experience of our lives, so that others may be lifted up and inspired, so others may see the blessing, so others may experience that energetic vibration of love and light and peace and grace and all that we bring to this thing called life. So each one of us is absolutely vital to the evolution of human consciousness. This I know. We are each absolutely vital to the evolution of human consciousness as we show up in alignment with the divine principles, with the universal principles of creation, of love, of abundance and prosperity. We can say we believe and still don't believe, but when we believe, nothing holds us back. When we truly believe, then there is no obstruction, there is no diversion, there is nothing that gets in the way of the demonstration, the manifestation of using this power, using this law to create, to control the conditions of our lives, to control how we show up and respond to the events and the experiences that throw themselves at us. See, sometimes stuff just happens. And it isn't so much how did we make that happen. That's not always it. Sometimes it's just as simple as what are we going to do with what happened? A tree fell on the car. What are we going to do with what happened? A pipe burst under the street. What are we going to do with what happened? Someone hurt or injured. What are we going to do with what happened? That is our divine question this day. How do I step forward in the grace as the grace of the divine, revealing itself in majestic, magical, awe-inspiring ways? ways that lift up and inspire, ways that cast me forward, ways that call me to my greatness. And I know so well how each one is being called to their greatness. Each one that may hear these words now at another time, in another dimension, each one being called to the greatness of who we have come here to be. Divine emanations of God's life, bringing the divine, bringing the all, bringing the absolute into the human experience, into the human form. So again, we may experience and everyone around us may experience. So I call it good. I'm just in that place of knowing it's all good. Even the stuff that isn't good, even the stuff that hurts and stings, well, somewhere, somehow, there's something. There is the growth that's happening. There is the truth that sets us free, and there is the truth that hurts. We get to experience it all with grace, with love, with a deep, abiding sense and assurance that all is well, that everything's happening exactly as it must, that I am the creative force in the universe, that the I am that I am is the creative force in the universe. And so I can release this word into the creative law, into that law that must demonstrate this word, that cannot return this word void, that is already operating upon this word to bring forth the conditions, the experiences, the people, the connections, the relationships, the everything, to make it so. So I rest in a complete knowing that it is done in the mind of the one. And beyond that time, that human restriction of time and space, this is already done. The prayer is already being answered, and I am already awakening to the demonstration of it. That is good and very good. So I get out of the way and I let it be. I let go and I let God be God, as my life is all life. And I affirm the truth by simply saying, and so it is. And so it is. Oh, thank you, dear ones. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing here on New Thought Media Network. Thank you for being a part of this growing family. You know, we're growing by leaps and bounds. We've got new programs coming all the time, new ideas, new opportunities happening all the time. And it wouldn't be the same without you. So super, super grateful that you're a part of what we're doing. And so it is, Shay, and so it is. Yes, yes, yes. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here because, like I said, I'm winning game night upstairs. And it feels fun. I love getting to spend time with family, and that means our New Thought Media Network family as well. So thank you for being here. Until next time, I want to wish you peace and richest blessings. Bye now. On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.